So we're currently staying in Cebu in the Sophia suites. I'll do a video on the actual suite we got from Sophia Suites, which is this place here. But when I was looking for, you know, what we were going to be doing in Cebu, because we planned on traveling for several months, and I just thought these little videos might help someone, because I couldn't really find anyone who did like a little walk around of what the immediate area was like, and what the immediate place was like, and what you could get, blah 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 blah. So it's just a walk around. Feel free to mute me if you want to get rid of my dull monotone voice. Thank you, though.
Oh,
Morning. Morning, boss. You okay? Morning, mate. You're alright. So, this also applies to STA Barber Residence Hotel, and you've also got Montebello, which actually look quite nice, Montebello, but I'll do another video on that stuff later. So you leave the Sophia Suites. I think when you come to Cebu, you've got to temper expectation a little bit. You're not going to get what we have at home, you know. You're not going to get super quick broadband. You are going to get weird toilets where if you look at it, you'll consider getting blocked. You know, they do a lot of things differently here, obviously, which is part of the reason for travelling for many people, obviously. But even these guys, I spent about 3 hours sorting out the recycling from the rubbish. You don't separate it in your house, you just dump it, and these guys come out and seem to separate it. And, you know, so there's rubbish strewn all down here earlier. Excuse me, didn't know who separated it. Morning. To do whatever you want to do. People are friendly, generally. Saying that, the only running I've had is with some American guy who was huge about but people generally kind of quite nice. Anyway, so you're not far from the supermarkets at all. See how far we've walked, what we 2 minutes in so far. These guys down here are taxi drivers. You want a bike, you jump on it, it's going to cost you between 50 and around 100, 120 pesos, depending on how much you want to rob you and how wealthy you look. They all seem to wear some form of uniform, which is good. Sidecar on, but if you're a couple, potentially squeeze 3 in there. I mean, I dare say you squeeze 4 or 5 on there if you wanted to. But right, so having left the Sophia Suites about 3.5 minutes ago, treated with this place. Excuse me, I've got a terrible coffee. Very annoying. Lots of shops down here, including the Jolly Bee, which is kind of, it seems to be a mix between a KFC and a McDonald's. And just other general shops, coffee shops, Jolly Bees. Shawarma, you have to buy Shawarma Shack. They do some really nice wraps. The main supermarket is down these stairs. Fair, it is like a mini Tesco kind of thing. You find these sort of setups in a lot of different places. You find these sort of setups everywhere, really. So there's usually lots of places that have got, you know, popcorn, donuts, mango juices, and all the rest. Outside most of the major shopping centres. There's a really nice restaurant here, actually. don't think I walked past it yet. And it was genuinely lovely. So if you do end up staying in the Sophia Suites or that bar or wherever, this is it. Rib House. Very, very good. Probably the best food I've had in Cebu, to be honest. So, yeah, cheap with the kids. They enjoyed it. They would eat it. Got a pharmacy here, Watson's. That's their version of Boots. This is DIY. I mean, you've got to buy a plunger for the toilet because the young kid in the hotel couldn't find his. Premium restaurant space. We ended up buying a Wi-Fi, SIM Wi-Fi router thing from that shop there, just because the Wi-Fi at the Sophia is, I can't swear here because then it'll get moderate. It's not very good. I can think of the 4-letter words. So that's basically a shopping centre. Now I'm going to walk around the front just to show you where you get a bus from if you're considering it. So you get a Grab. Grab seems to be the way to travel around here, but to be honest, it could be this time of year because it's Senior Dog, one of their big festivals. So it could be the time of year. But the Grabs have been not great for us in that the drivers haven't been picking them up. So you're just left kind of waiting. So you're going to let me go? Yes, he is. Thank you, boss. So what we ended up doing is, so if you imagine we're coming to the... Oh, the noise was too awful. We're coming to the front of this supermarket, the one I compared to Tesco earlier. The buses are here, and you see that green bus there? That's a jeepney. They're weird, man. Awesome weird. So it's just like it's a transit van basically. They cut the sides out and you get benches up and down the side. We counted 25 people on the one we were on. 25 people. They're cheap as they come. Probably cost you 20 pesos. It's about 25p. So for me, the boss and 2 kids, I think it was 70 pesos. The kids were a bit cheaper, I think. Or you get these buses, which aren't much better, to be honest. I mean, the thing about the jeepneys is, yes, they're old and the floor's falling out, but at least you've got good airflow. These ones, though, similar sort of setup, which will just have people sat down the sides, and it will charge you a little bit. When you get on, don't ask for a receipt because I'm sure most of them are on the take anyway. The odd person gets a receipt when they ask for it, but I've seen them just dump the money in their pocket. And they say they don't earn a huge amount, so. And then we're back to the supermarket place. Can't go in with any bags, so you've got to put your bags in a bag store if you do want to go into these supermarkets. You travel all the way around the world just to steal bread from wherever it is this is. And then we're back in front of Johnny B's and then I'll go back to the hotel. The hotel I'll do a video on later. Organised chaos, this place. It kind of reminds me of Vietnam, but Vietnam there's more logic to Vietnam, if you know what I mean. Much more logic to Vietnam. So it's very, very difficult to, you see stuff here and you're like, why are you doing that? Like the buses, they're rammed, constantly rammed. It's like, just get big buses. It's too simple. There's just taxi drivers again. There is a 24/7 shop here, by the way. Sleepless convenience store. I said it's 24/7. Clearly not, because the thing's shut. It does open at night, and it is quite good. It is useful when the supermarket's shut. They use drum for a lot of business in there. Particularly for me, buying 6 beers a time, so I can ease the pain of staying in Sophia. Right, and that's basically it. Now, if you were to go the other way, I'm reluctant to do this walk, by the way. I'm reluctant to do this walk, but you see where the umbrellas are? So we're going to turn left just before there. So walk straight up there, there is a laundrette. So we did 2 loads of washing. It cost us 70 pesos for each load. I think that was too much. Again, I think we were bent over a bit. I haven't seen prices elsewhere, but 70 pesos is about 90p or something. So I was like, who cares? And that was just washing only. So you can walk up straight up there, and you get to the laundry, and there's another little town up there actually, like a little village you can go up. And that village, it felt a little bit ropey walking through it, to be honest. You know, the kids come running up to you, mister, and the adults were alright, but you could just, I won't be wearing your Breitling around now, let's just say that. If you've got one. Yeah, which brings us then again nicely back around to the Sophia Suites. Gut feeling on the Sophia Suites. In the first 2 or 3 days, if I'd have made this video, I've been here 5 days now. If I'd have made this video in the first 2 or 3 days, I would have said give it a miss. It's very dated, very, very dated. However, having had a look around in a similar price range, it's obviously not a bad price for what it is. Staff are friendly, they're alright. What I did do though is I went into the Montebello, because there's been no Wi-Fi for like 3 or 4 days. The kids were pulling their hair out, you know, because you can't just walk around constantly with the kids, can you? You need some chill time at home. Went there and installed their Wi-Fi password, which is welcome home, all lowercase, just in case. I mean, you can just about pick up the Wi-Fi from a balcony if you're on a high floor. We're on floor 7. We're in room 701, which is a 2-bed apartment. You can just about pick it up and hotspot it to a TV, which helped a lot. Now, I know previous reviews of the Sophia has said that they've had issues with Wi-Fi. I know it sounds so silly, so westernized, we've got to have Wi-Fi. But literally, there's some things I can't live without. One of them is Wi-Fi. You need to do stuff, don't you? 5G is awful around here. It'll probably take me 2 hours to upload this video. Spotty, actually, rather than awful. It's, you know, some days you wake up and it's awesome. And other days it's just dead. I'm paying for a good rate. This is my opinion, what I did. If you get the Revolut card and you get the Ultra plan, if you get the Revolut card and you get the Ultra plan, which is about 45 quid a month, you get an eSIM there, which you can top up easily. Which has come in really useful. So I just got 100 gig, it lasts me 60 days, it cost me 40 odd quid. That's helped a lot. I'd probably suggest doing the same. And the Revolut Ultra as well gives you cash withdrawals and stuff like that. Again, there's no way Revolut are paying an idiot like me to tell you this stuff, but if you wanted a tip, get the Revolut Ultra, because it's not worth messing around. You also get free airport lounges and things like that. And we're doing a lot of travelling. I'm going to 11, 12 airports, so it'll come in useful for that. I'll show you out the window quickly. So we have no pool here. There's no pool. There's no washing machines or anything like that. Which, when we're travelling a lot, it's not useful. The Montebello, though, which is this hotel over here, has a couple of pools, because when I walk through, you can just about see one there, and there's one over this way as well. This is worth the money, but be prepared to make sacrifices. I'll do a video on the apartment in a bit. Have fun, and try and enjoy Cebu. It's bloody hot, mate.